Hello YouTube, I am back with another review video, and in this one we are going to cover the No Fugazee podcast with my man Cooley. Now, No Fugazi means no BS. It means no lie, no playing. So on a podcast like that, you would think that the host himself would be about his business. And it's come out to the public that Cooley, the host, who you see on the left-hand side in braids, is actually dating a single mother. When he met her, she was a single mother of two. And he had a daughter himself. He has custody of his daughter, and I commend him for that. But he is saying that his circumstance was different when he met the woman that he's with now, because now they, I believe, have one child and one on the way. You can do your own research to find out if that's true, if you care or not. But Cooley advocates for not dealing with single mothers. He does not want other men to date single mothers. He tells other men that it is a bad idea to date single mothers. His advice to younger men is not to date single mothers. He says they are for recreational use only. Now, based on your experience, I will let you decide that factor. Sometimes it's good to deal with a single mother for certain men. They want that. If that's what you want to do, then hey, go ahead. Because sooner or later in life, you go through lessons and you find out what works for you and what doesn't. And not everything works for everyone. So I say that to say, when you go through life and you experience things, you will find out if dating a single mother is for you or not. If it's not for you, then stay away from them. If it is for you and it's something that you want to do, then hey, continue to do it. It's your life. Live it. But let's dive into this video. And what I wanted to point out in this video before we started is that Cooley, and we have another man who loses his cool. I did a video about Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast who lost his cool the other day, and he called a young lady that was on the panel who was being very rude and belligerent. She was acting like a savage, basically, and uncivilized. He called her a nigger with the hard ER, which I believe was not the right thing to do. He lost his cool. He let his emotions get the best of him, and you can tell. Now, in this video, Cooley, the host of the No Fugazee podcast, actually does the same exact thing when debating another YouTuber called Fatty. Now, Fatty has his own opinion on things. This is probably the second time I'm seeing this YouTuber, and he's very reserved on his opinion and his perspective. He sticks to it and he debates you based on what he knows. From what I've seen so far, he debates you on the facts. And Fatty is going to ask Cooley a great question that everyone who gives a damn wants to know. But Cooley is going to get in his feelings, and I want you to see how Cooley does not allow Fatty to talk at all. He starts acting like a grade schooler, like a child who has done wrong and has been caught, which now makes me question Cooley as a host, as a manosphere guy. I don't know if he's red pill or not, but it really makes me question what he is teaching you men out there. Gentlemen, be careful of your leaders, especially today. In this day and age, you have a lot of men who are going to steer you the wrong way. They are going to tell you one thing while they do another. They are going to tell you to make a right while they make a left. They are going to tell you to steer towards the right lane when they are going towards the left lane. Please, do your homework. Do your research on these men. You can do your research on me. I have nothing to hide. But these men who are on these channels, on this platform, giving advice and not taking their own advice and doing the total opposite is wild to me. But I'll let you be the judge of that. Let's get into the video. Pay attention
Let's
when
see.
Fatty gets on.
Oh, we got Fatty in here. Let's bring up Fatty and then we're going to end it. Okay, Fatty, welcome to No Fugazee podcast. Welcome back, brother. You here again. Round 2. No,
Fatty, you
no
have no
audio,
audio.
Fatty. No audio.
My bad.
Yeah, you good now.
So you said to the person before you that you are a thought leader. Is that correct?
No, he said that I'm a thought leader.
Do you agree with him?
I mean, I never considered myself it. I had never even had enough time to think on it. A thought leader? I never had much time to think on those things.
Yes.
But what's up? Get to your point.
Yeah, because you called me low IQ the last time, right? And my question today is a little bit different, right? How do you feel when you come on this podcast and you tell every single woman that they shouldn't sexualize themselves on the internet? And the top 10 posts that your wife has on her IG is showing her ass or her titties. Like another contradiction. Like, how do you?
No, not at all. So what I tell women is when they're on a podcast, right? And they're asking, you got to get the full context. And when these women come on my podcast and they're like, I'm looking for this type of man, that type of man. And I want something true in a real relationship. I don't want anything that's just sexual. I want long-term, not short-term, right? And what I tell these women, I give them a general response, how most men, right, is going to look at it. And I say most men, if you are out there doing some promiscuous activities, they gonna be, they gonna be looking at you that way too. What you are doing, you are comparing my situation to my chick that she's already in a relationship with me, and me as a man.
Okay, here he goes again. And Cooley has done this in the past. I noticed that about him. He wants to separate what he's doing from what he's telling other men to do or women to do, which is wild to me. So now he's separating his woman and what he tells other women not to do. So if his woman is on social media showing her ass and titties, it's because you permit it, so it's acceptable. Let's be real. If you're on social media showing your ass and titties, what are you going to be labeled as? Women, y'all know this. What are you going to be labeled as? You know you're going to be labeled as something that you do not like. And we're not even going to get into that. But for him to say he allows his woman to show her ass on titties on social media and it's okay, it's acceptable now, that's wild.
In the relationship that runs the relationship that she follows, right? I allow certain things to be posted or not to be posted, right? That's much different than a single woman, not a woman in a relationship, a single woman that's looking to be courted, to get a man and stuff like that, right? So that's two totally different things from a single woman, and you're trying to compare a woman that's in a relationship that a man allowed certain things in the relationship. Not only that, to make it a point further, right? Push the point further. There's always going to be, you got to think about it. There's different levels of promiscuity. So you spoke about something on my woman's page where she's not showing anything that I wouldn't allow. So everything in there is something that I approve of.
Including
which I
her
don't.
ass and her titties, right?
Nothing. Nothing is out that I don't deem to be right.
Yeah, but
Got it. No, but fatty.
Oh, you're
no,
going to go on the monologue for more?
No, but fatty. I'm letting you know these are the things that a man, right, approved of. So that's much different than a single woman looking for a man to get approval from.
Can I ask you a question?
Do you know the difference?
It's perfectly fair, and I will pick up what you said and pass you the microphone. Are you okay? Why do you allow your woman to show her ass and her titties on her IG, where the top 10 or 8 videos are her showing her titties or showing her ass? Why you
on what social?
Now, I agree with Fatty. That's a simple question. Why? do you allow your woman to show her ass and titties on social media? Not that she is showing her ass and titties on social media. We know that she is already. But the question he's asking her is specific. Why are you allowing, since you say you're the leader and whatever she posts on social media is due to you accepting it and you letting her do it, he's asking Cooley, why are you allowing her to do this? He will not answer the question. Peep game.
Social media. What social media, Fatty? What social media, Fatty?
So you have TikTok.
You talking about Instagram and TikTok?
Like this type of posts, like this type of posts, for example. You have several ones of them where is your woman
as a man. Yeah, that's totally fine. As a man, as a man in a relationship, he dictates and he allows what he wants his woman to do. That's totally different than a woman doing promiscuous activities. Listen, because you're not understanding.
I'm talking about you, not
you got it. Got it, Fatty. That's much different. Yeah, Fatty, listen, you're just talking nonsense. Can you distinguish the two? Fatty, you're making something that's the same that's actually different. One, there is a woman. No, Fatty, listen. You're still talking, Fatty. Let me answer your question.
Since you don't want to answer.
No, you don't got to mute yourself. You don't got to mute yourself. You're fine, Fatty, right? One, this is what you're doing. You're speaking about women that want to be courted, meaning that they're women that want to be courted by men. They want a long-term relationship from a man.
That was not the question.
No, stop it, Fatty. No, stop it, Fatty.
I understood.
Stop it, Fatty. Stop it.
If they're single is one thing. If they're married is another thing. I understood that. Answer the question.
Okay,
like
so Fatty, so I already answered that question, Fatty.
No, you didn't.
Now my question for you is: do you have a woman, Fatty?
No.
And why don't you have?
Yo, I hope y'all realize this is where things left. Fatty just told him to answer the question like the man he is. Now, I want you to see Cooley's face. I don't know if you noticed when he heard Fatty say that, his demeanor totally changed. Remember, body language is everything. Tone of voice is everything. Peep all of that. Now, Cooley is about to get in his bag. He's about to start throwing ad hominem attacks against Fatty.
Have a woman.
Because I'd rather be single than cuffing a woman with 2 kids by a white man.
Okay, so you'd rather be single than having any woman.
Then cuffing a woman.
Do you have options, Fatty?
Yes, I'd rather be single. Yes.
Do you have options, Fatty?
I'd rather be single.
No, Fatty. No, you got to answer my question. Do you have options, Fatty?
I really do. I am.
Okay, you got options. So, Fatty, look, listen, I answered your question. Why are you running away? Don't go anywhere.
No, I'm actually talking with you like a man, right?
No, stop talking.
I'd rather be single.
Let me ask you the question, Fatty. Let me ask you a question. So, you don't have a woman. You don't have a woman that you want. Fatty, do you have a woman that you want?
I indulge in.
Fatty, answer the question.
I don't cuff.
Why don't you have a woman that you want? I'm not talking about no woman with single baby, no woman with kids. I'm asking you a question. Why don't you have a woman that you want?
Sir,
answer the question, Fatty.
I'm answering the question.
Go ahead.
I'm answering the question. You think that relationships is the end goal for everybody?
Hey, Fatty, you're not answering the question. You went it away. Why don't you have a woman that you want, Fatty?
Because Amber Rose is not available and I want to touch her booty. Other than that,
you want Amber Rose, the slur that slept with many men? This what you're talking about, Fatty? You are a contradiction. How are you asking me questions about a woman that I actually have and I control everything that anyone sees? And you're asking me questions, but you would wife up Amber Rose, a woman that Kanye West smashed, a woman that Wiz Khalifa smashed. She got what, 2 or 3 baby daddies? What are you talking about, Fatty?
Can I answer?
Fatty, you really want Amber Rose? Answer that question. Do you really want Amber Rose? Yes or no? Fatty,
want to fuck Amber Rose. You cuff them.
Fatty, why can't you smash Amber Rose?
Can you let me talk?
Why can't you smash Amber Rose, Fatty?
I am not famous enough. I don't have enough money. You can fuck Amber Rose too.
You can't get it, Fatty? Come on, man. Listen, Fatty.
Can you let me
I
finish?
think it's the cold cuts that's soaking out your pores, fatty.
Baby mama free?
That's why you can't get that chick, fatty. Come on, man. I thought this was a debate, but we can do it Hamilton attacks, fatty. We can do it Hamilton attacks all day. You know what? You're a man that has no options, fatty. I can tell you get no chicks. You get no chicks, bro. You get no chicks. Look at you balding up there. Just cut all the hair off. Just wear the baldy fresh.
Oh, is that the
Take that hat off, fatty. Let's see you. Take that hat off, fatty.
He's here. Now,
fatty, just do it all bald, fatty. Do it all bald. You got some little flurries up here. Do it all bald, fatty. Hit the gym too, fatty. Hit the gym. Hit the gym, fatty. You looking ridiculous right now. That old Lakers jersey from Wish. This guy got a Wish Lakers jersey on. Nigga, that jersey. Bro,
can you let me talk?
Fatty, that jersey that you got on is lazy. It's that jersey that you got on mad at you. I know it stink. I can smell that jersey. I can smell that jersey through this live stream. It smelled musty, fatty. Come on, man. You can do better than this. Listen, I told you, when you actually come on here with some real debates. I know you got mayonnaise over there in the corner and some lotion because you be beating your meat all day. You look like one of them dudes.
Sir,
any dude with a name Fatty definitely got some wild stuff going on, Fatty. Listen, Fatty, this what I'll do. Since you friends with Beans, Fatty, hey, Fatty, look, since you friends with Beans, this what I'll do. If you could come with some better debating tactics, right? Some better debating tactics, which I watched you in all of them. You said that you would want Amber Rose. Come on, Fatty. Just do better. You've already been doing it insults, Fatty. You've already been doing them. Listen, Fatty. Fatty, listen, Fatty, listen. I got a question for you. I got a question for you real quick. Here's a question. No, here's a question. What? No one's emotional, man. We both making jokes, bro. Listen, Fatty. I got a question for you, Fatty. I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Stop, Fatty. I already answered all your questions. You only answered one of my questions. You've been running away from the other ones.
I want to fuck Amber Rose.
Got it. Cool, Fatty. So here's a question, Fatty. Here's a question for you, Fatty.
You and me. Go ahead, you got this.
All right, man. You not listening to the rules, bro. I got to get you off here. Are you gonna be quiet so I can ask you a question? You worse than a chick that I had on here, Fatty.
I'm asking
you don't know how to reason.
Answer the question.
You came on my stream, Fatty, and you sounding goofy right now. Why don't you have any chick? Why do you sit there and you masturbate and you mess with Pamela Henderson? Why is Amber Rose even on your list of a chick that you would want to smash? Sir, why would you do that to yourself, Fatty? You are the example of a dude that I tell men to avoid, not only to avoid, to not be like. Sweaty palms, fat face with sweaty jerseys. You're disgusting, Fatty. Come in here with some better tactics and some better debating skills. You washed, bro. You washed.
And now that we go.
Peace. This guy fat.
Now, I hope y'all noticed that. Cooley was not trying to answer the question. He was definitely deflecting. Body language, like I said, is everything. Language is everything. Tone of voice is everything. He's telling Fatty that he's the one with no. That was Cooley. You can tell that he did not want to answer that question because he had no answer for that question. And actually, the only answer for that question is, I'm wrong. I let my woman post her ass and titties on social media when I tell other women not to do it. I cuffed a single mother of two when I tell other men not to do it. I tell single mothers that they are for recreational use only when I'm with a single mother, but not using her for recreational use only, and I've wifed her. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. But you have people out here who will follow these men, and I'm talking about eat up everything that they put out there. All the information they put out there, all the advice they put out there, y'all just eat it up. And if you're one of those guys and you don't like this review that I just did on the No Fugazee podcast in Cooley, well, I don't care. And to those of y'all who have been rocking with me for this long, I appreciate y'all. You deserve a round of applause. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.